Deuteronomy 5, verses 6 through 8. I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage. Thou shalt not have none other gods before me. Thou shalt not make thee any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. Deuteronomy 5, verses 6 through 8.
Your home should tell your story.
And welcome, Grand Rising to each and every one of you. It is the first day of May. Man, let me tell you something. This month has truly uh coming in kind of quick. It's May Day, May. Y'all know May is Mother's Day and birthdays and so forth. We're going to be celebrating some. I'm going to be introducing and announcing some of the wonderful birthdays that are coming up. I like to call the roll this morning. I like to say good morning, Grand Rising to each and every one of you that are listening in on uh, WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial in Holly Springs. They got our transmitting license, and I'd like to say hey to everybody in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Good morning to you all. Good morning to our bushes and our chat. Good morning to our chairman of our deacon board, Deacon Alvin Moore. Hey, how are you, sir? I hope you're doing really wonderful on today. I'd like to say good morning to the alto section leader, that's Sharon Reach is here, and to Anthony Reed, our apostle. We got to always say hey to the church folks, to Alice, our chief usher, our chief moderator. She should be here, and a lot of others should be coming along soon. I want to tell you all something before I get deep inside of my of our day. This is survival mode Thursday. You know that we're in survival mode, and what I mean by that is we as a people have to regain that we lost. And I think not only, yeah, we could say that some folks have lost their mind and other things. I've seen and heard some things that make me shake my head. And I thought I've experienced and seen. And most things don't shock me, but there's some things that do. Let me tell you all about what happened and the power of money and the power of influence. Let me say that one more time. The power of money and the power of influence. There's a particular creator, uh, Super podcast, not super. I don't have nothing against this person. I'm not even going to mention their name, but I never thought that I would come into actual defense of of this creator, content creator. And they were on the air and they were live. This person had at least 10,000 people or more in the chat, and I could only I did God is going. It's enough folks out there. It's billions and billions. I'd like to say good morning to our wonderful friends in Alaska. I hear y'all at the child table, y'all behave. They've been listening to us for 1 year. They've been hearing and listening to us up in Alaska as they eat breakfast. They say, man, there's somebody from Memphis that heard. You know how you get World Wide Web everywhere, but thank God you would have to have super satellites and everything to broadcast around the world. But with the technology that we have now, you got to do is hit a button and you can get mostly anything that you would like to watch. So there's a variety of people, and my audience that I have is the audience that I have. I'm not trying to get anybody else or whatever the case. What I mean by that is everybody has their place and everybody has an opportunity to thrive and to be successful. We don't have to step on each other and dog each other and rip each other apart because we want somebody to watch us on television or listen to us on the radio. Nobody has to listen to us. Why do people are not obligated to turn on the radio or their devices? They could be in the bed, sleep somewhere, gone somewhere, brunch or something, or doing what they do. They got to stay here 9 a.m. to 20 a.m. to listen to a guy from transplanted to the South from the North, listening to him and he talking and mad at folks and everything. Foxy, hey, good morning to Sharon and Foxy are here. Good morning, Queen, Your Majesties, all you great people. I just want to I got to set the record straight because I think I've ruffled some feathers in the broadcast world. I am Mac. I'm a true reporter and broadcaster. Before technology, before smartphones, before all of this stuff that we got looking before us, all of the gadgets, all the things that you can't live without. They even trying to replace the man. I ain't going there. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's terrible. I've never seen our community in such disarray conditions. But barring all of that, the YouTube streets decided to come at the McMahon. Let me explain something that I said from day one when I started this journey. Number one, I am not a sensationalist. I don't want to know who you sleeping with. I don't want to talk about P. Diddy. I don't want to talk about all them folks. They don't matter, and evidently they don't matter to us, to them, meaning my job here at the McMahon Morning Show as a reporter, anchor, news personality, or whatever you want to call it, news reporter. I'm just a news reporter at heart. I'm going to get to the facts, and a commentator. That's my job, to bring news and information and inspiration to the people. Let me explain how I'm different from the others. The others are just going to give you half information, watered down truth. I'm going to give it to you. But the truth that's coming, it gives you an opportunity to make a conscious decision on what you think and how you feel. I can't tell you who to vote for. I can't tell you who to like. I don't want you to, or who to dislike. My job is to bring real information, deliver it, that it may help you and your family as we go through what I call survival mode. You say, Mr. Mack, what you talking about? We are here for a purpose and a reason. I've never seen black people. Let me go there again. Y'all act like I'm gonna talk about the other peoples and the orange man. I'm gonna get to him later. I'm really not. He's an idiot. Something wrong with him. Y'all already know he's crazy. But he must not be that crazy. He's sitting up there with 34 felonies, and he's sitting in the highest seat in the land. We'll talk about him at another time. Back to y'all. Each and every day I get up, not because I am forced, not because of any other extended situation. I get up every morning because God blesses me to have a morning. I get up every day and he says, this is what you have to do. When I started on this journey, I was a little naive thinking that people were genuinely will support you. Then you might say, you ain't got no money. I said, what are you talking about? I'm usually behind. I'm in front of the cameras, usually in the microphone. And when I started out in my broadcast career, and that means I didn't start behind the microphone. I started as an intern. I was the gopher. I made sure that Tom Joyner at the bank got what they needed. Tom back then, I'm talking about way before he got married, y'all. Wait before he got married. I used to have to deliver certain things to certain acquaintances. James, take this downstairs. Yes, sir. James, go here, do that. That was my job. But while I was back and forth and being the gopher, I was observing. I was observing how the operation went, the different roles. How did this thing go? I learned about the business office. I learned about how to get ads and go out and get added because the ads were the lifeline. You got advertising, you can pay your employees and things like that. So I learned, James, I need me some coffee. Go give me a fifth of Hennessy. Go do this because they were doing some stuff up in them radio stations. Not anything careless or nothing. But boy, when the celebrities come through and when the concerts came through, I was the first one to get the tickets. I love that position. Ooh, you talk about and I'm talking about if you know Chicago, can I get a witness? Can I get a witness from anybody? And you know that the concerts that used to come, everybody came to Chicago. I don't care who you are, country, Western, opera, whatever. If you didn't stop in Chicago, you ain't been nowhere. So y'all know I was all up in the Eric Crown Theater and the Rose all down there, the Eric Crown, all them. All I've been to the when the Jacksons came to Chicago, I had the best ticket. And I had a pass, all access. I met Michael, his mama, his sister was young then. I met all of them because I was affiliated with the radio station. Why am I saying this? I'm not here for your giggles and what I don't know, kikis and har-hars and all that other foolishness. I'm a newsman. Now that I got that out of the way, please y'all, at YouTube and at StreamYard, these corporate entities that think that they can bully folks. I saw it last night at a content creators show live. 10,000. I mean, she's wearing them out. They knocked all of those people out of the StreamYard system, knocked them all out. And she had to, she said, well, this is what we going to do. She has her own website. And she said, that's why we don't mess with them. You will not, I am not going to have these people silence me. I am a reporter. Let's go to the Constitution of the United States that they holler and scream about. And for those of you that are my elected official friends, don't get nervous. I'm going to talk about it anyway and say what I want anyway. It's a bunch of baloney when you sit there and try to take away. Now, you wouldn't let us in the newsroom. You wouldn't let us on the air. You wouldn't let us do engineering. You wouldn't let us be on the live remote trucks. We had to do the grunge work. I was in school. I was at Columbia. So I was trying to get that education, and I went to Columbia. I didn't pay for a bachelor's or a master's. I just went to every class. This is how I became trained in broadcasting. I'm going to tell you this ain't my story. Ain't nothing that I'm trying to pat myself on the back for. I went to the classes that they said that wasn't supposed to go to because I didn't pay for them. My Pell Grant would not pay for certain classes because I ain't had no money. But when I went to the class, the instructor gave me, made sure I had got a book, took the same exams and passed them. I just couldn't get credit for it. And I was in those classes. I took those classes, the ones that the kids didn't want to go to, and they just said, well, we just in college just want to wear a Columbia shirt saying that you go to Columbia. I did more than attend. I went to all the classes that I needed to go to. I did that for 1 year. I stayed there. I mean, I got up at 7:30, got the red line. Y'all know what the red line is. I got on that red line, got downtown, going down there, got me a little breakfast because I knew the guy at the little snack shop there by Columbia. I ain't never suffered for no breakfast or nothing. I got in there and I left there. I left Columbia most nights at 9:30 at night. I wanted to know because I had a passion for it. I didn't do nothing. The man said, sit there. He said, come on in, James. Hey, James, you attend better than the people that paid for the class. I know. So God gave me favor in college. Okay, I had to stop doing what I'm doing and I had to go to work. I'm not saying life is just going to be easy. We all have our situation, and stop knocking people because they live in life. Stop knocking people because we just going through our courses in life. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm this and that. I'm this and that. I'm this and that. So all of the education, all of the things that all the things that I've been blessed to do, God allowed me to not go through the back door. He just gave me a VIP pass and say, go on in there and get what you need. So StreamYard, you're not running nothing. We pay you. And I'm nervous now not to get, I mean, it's an expense to do. So my friends, I'm calling on you this morning. I need a little assistance. We're not monetized. I'm not looking at trying to beat these folks and trying to live up to this. I'm a broadcaster. Take it or leave it. The voice is the voice. This is me. This is what God gave me. This is the talent that he gave me. Not just this, but this is the one particular that's in operation right now. If you like the McMahon Morning Show, and I'm going to see, I'm not putting no test out there. We need your assistance. Whatever you do, look at the bottom of the screen. Go find you somebody got Cash App or whatever the case may be. And then I don't like begging for. I'm not begging. I don't like. That's what they say. They did both be begging for money at various points. But I believe if the preacher could do it and ask you for twos and fruits, or James Mack that want to keep things. I'm going to keep it going. If I got to be on my telephone, thank God for technology. I get this telephone, hook it up, and do some stuff and put something over it, and I'm on broadcast as long as I got a way to do it. But I need your assistance this morning. And if you find it in your heart that you'd like to contribute and help, Roland Martin told me, he said, man, your audience will help you if you ask them. I'm not afraid to ask for help. I ain't afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm sitting there hungry, and here y'all sitting at the restaurant, and you sitting there, and y'all just eating good and everything. You mean tell me I'm going in that restaurant? Can I wash some dishes? Can I sweep the floor? Can I pick the garbage up? Can I open the door for the floor? I know you ain't got no door, man. I make me something. Okay, let me stop. Welcome to the McMahon Morning Show. I want to say good morning to some very special people that I have been acquainted and I've just gotten acquainted with, and I believe that they will be a part of our wonderful, wonderful times that we have here. Oh Lord have mercy. The wonderful time that we have each and every morning. Wait a minute. Hold on a second, y'all. I talked to. Yeah, I know yesterday I was hollering and fussing about a certain situation about Alderman of the Second Ward of Harvey, Kobe Chapman. And I got such a response, Foxy, from them. They said, what they doing to her? Why they handling her like this? Who the heck? They said some other things I ain't going to say on television. That's Alderman Kobe Chapman right there, y'all. I tried to find the official picture. I couldn't get it. But like to say good morning to her wonderful mother, her family in Natchez, Mississippi, all the Mississippi. Y'all act like y'all ain't got no ties in Mississippi. Everybody in Chicago got ties in Mississippi, but in Illinois, Cook County. we want to say that we got some work to do, and Alderman Chapman will be on at a designated time because of legal counsel and because of the things that are occurring. We don't want to jeopardize anything or any ongoing inquiries or investigations into what happened to this sister on that meeting night. Any man that was sitting in that audience, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. And to the police officers, I don't care who you are. One, the woman police officer that was there and present, I ain't gonna play the video and make me mad. And I ain't got time to be mad this morning. No morning. And the way that they handled her, and the woman police officer sat there. They handled this lady like they manhandled her, twist her arm, throwing her around, shoving her, pushing her. And let me tell you what else they did. See, this is when I knew I would have knocked the hell out of all of them. Y'all, excuse me. This is James Max, this is McMahon Morning Show. And y'all know if I can't make you stay, thank you for coming. I can't make you stay. Exactly. Yeah, the men in there, Foxy, I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, let me bring you up. I might need a little help. These folk might get out of hand. And then I'm going to put you and Lee on. Lee come through, it's going to be something on them. So I just want to say good morning to our trustee chair lady. That's Foxy 2, Roxy 3. Let me see if I can get this here. All right. Okay. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to tell y'all right quick what I'm getting ready to do. I had a conversation with the wonderful alderwoman and her wonderful mama. Hey, mama. And she will be coming on. Also, there are some other people that will be coming on. Harvey is our new, if I had a crusade to go back on, I came to Dalton, and I know Sherry. Sherry's our dear friend and our dear correspondent. Sherry infused and introduced the McMahon Morning Show to the Southland. And I want to thank all of y'all that I've met. And I know I come from Chicago, so I'm right there at the 9th Ward. And the Shaw brothers was a part of that Dalton thing down there. And Shaw was one of my aldermen at one time. And the horrific act that happened at the board meeting in Harvey. Mr. Mayor, I called you, had a little conversation, and I really wonder, are you really an attorney, sir? And because the way that you communicate with people is horrible, and the way that the nastiness, I want you to call people in that community, and I want you to let me tell you what that man said to me and the council members that did answer the phone and slam the phone down in my, I'm a real reporter. Hey, this is James Mack. I'm calling from McMahon Morning Show report. And I'd like to get a comment on what happened with your colleague in the board meeting. Click, click. I wanted the lady that seconded that motion. That's who I wanted. If anybody knows who she is, tell her I want to talk to her. Lady, how can you as a black woman I expect the old white woman to sit there and look at the black folks, they did it in front of their face. Put your hands on that woman in front of their face, in front of the white folks' face. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you don't like it, turn it off. There was no way in the world they were supposed to take that alderwoman elected official by the people of her jurisdiction and ward. Legislative branch of government should be harassed and asked to exit the place that the people put her to. I know y'all don't like it. I don't care if you don't never like me. There's no broadcaster reporter that will do or say what I'm saying. It's time for us to stand up for each other. I'm not going to fight. I'm too old to be fighting folks, and I ain't trying to shoot nobody, Diane. I ain't with none that. And YouTube, if I can't speak like I want, you ain't giving me nothing. I'm not dependent upon you. If I ain't got nothing and all I have is Jesus, I got more than enough. He's going to take care of James, okay? So I ain't worried about all that. Leave that for Sunday morning. So you can't mess with me. But when those men, Diane, they sat there, Diane Black-eyed, next Congresswoman from the state of Mississippi, and her wonderful father that's listening. I'm sorry, Daddy, I ain't mean to, Papa, I ain't mean to go there. I'm gonna be nice. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm just gonna set them straight. Mhm. As a professional attorney, sir, you are a disgrace to the bar association of any bar association in this county, especially the National Bar Association. They need to disbar you. One, sir, you're avuncular. What do you say? What do you say? You're avuncular. Your spirit is messed up. Something wrong with you, sir, that you'll turn on your own people in front of the white folks. And the white alderman said, everybody that went along with that, they need to clean. Now y'all need to clean house in Harvey, clean house in Oxford, clean house in Lambert, Mississippi. In Clarksdale already knocked their clock off. All politics is local. Why are we fighting each other? Why are we fighting each other? They took, Diane, they took Alderwoman Kobe Chapman, duly elected. And this idiot, he's sitting up there looking like a black booger up on the dais because he can't see nothing but eyeballs and teeth. I ain't trying to talk about him or nothing like that. But that's how it is. All the lights in the world ain't going to brighten him up because you're evil in your heart. Your soul is dark. I said it. The views and the opinions that are expressed are the McMahon. There ain't nobody else. You want me, come and get me. But this punk and his punkettes, the police, them funky police that set up in City Hall. It was more police in City Hall than it is on the street. And they just had a murder the other day in that area. Things are going on. They blowing up places is all of a sudden allegedly blowing up by mistake. People getting unalived. All of a sudden, chaos has broken out because somebody lost an election. Chaos breaks out when you ask a question about the finances and about the money, the financial situation of the city when you don't get a report and when the people don't answer. Don't you know that you're going to have to pay the piper? Y'all are not Donald Trump. You're not white folks, Mr. Mayor. You're not Donald. Tiffany learned that a whole lot sooner. Oh, I'm going to go to Donald Trump and so y'all, all y'all corrupt homongers and essayers and this and that. That's what Donald Trump, a thief and robber. They all stick together. A black woman, Tiffany Holler. I'm a black woman and I'm in power. You're a disgrace to the race. Go somewhere, hide under a rock somewhere. St. Patrick's. I'm going to say this. I got to say this because y'all were throwing shots at the McMahon, and the McMahon he can throw shots back. Yes, I support St. Patrick because you know something that the stupid thing is about it. We'll talk about people that ain't even got the information right. Y'all out there bashing these people that have, let me put this up here because y'all made me mad. Hold on, Alderwoman. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that, but let me show something here. Hey, Diane, I'm gonna get to it. I'm getting to it. Wait a minute. Let me get this here. Y'all mess with these folks that put almost $8 million of their own financing and selling their life away because you know you had to sell your life away to get a what. They are hating on these people because they got this building. 5 stories. Count them for yourself. The first 2 is above the sign, the 4 above the sign. Then they got the balcony and they got the rooftop. The devil got so angry and so mad. See, we some evil, hateful, jealous ass people. I'm sorry, y'all that know that I ain't supposed to be using that kind of language. We are some selfish, jealous ass folks. It don't make sense that y'all ain't even got a real decent Burger King around in the South land, and now all of a sudden somebody brought a 5-star steakhouse to Dalton. Come on, can I get a witness? Y'all all quiet and stuff. Black community, the white folks got and Aurelios, and they got this and they got that and they got this and they got that, and y'all ain't hollering about their restaurants as high.
The steak is $50, and the people's was in it, and
We always complaining about something. Talking loud ain't saying nothing. Loose here, as they say in the church. The devil is a lie, but the devil is running the government. Mr. Mayor, you ain't nothing. You gonna be nothing. I hope they disbar you, sir. Disbar you. The alderpersons, y'all don't elect them jokers no more. Look at Harvey. I'm not talking about you, Alderman Colby. You're trying to make it better and trying to bring some stuff there and get some stuff going there and get it cleaned up and get them streets. Y'all see them raggedy houses and them firebombed houses and the dope tracks? When the Blues Brothers came through Harvey, they tore up Harvey. White flight happened then. They got their little twos and throughs. They tore Harvey. They tore up the Dixie Mall. Dixie Mall was nice. They came in there, ran them cars through there, and never built it back. Say, here, give it to the niggas. That's what they said. I said it. Yeah, I said it. I ain't mean to say it like that, but yeah, I said it. Now, y'all don't like it. That's your business. I'm sorry. I'm disturbed by what I see. This is the McMahon Morning Show. I'll be right back after these messages. I got to pay the bill. See, there's some people that supports us. And if you're here, you can support us too. I ain't going to talk long. Brother Lee will be here. I got Foxy over here. I know they said this man is wicked crazy. I won't do these commercials. I like to thank Keisha the stylist, locked out of Memphis. I like to thank Latoya McDonald of Farmers Insurance in Illinois. I want to thank D. Harris Interiors right here in the Mid-South. Wonderful person. I want to thank Little Red of Big Red's Blues Lounge. The Colby's, Mama Colby's, them, Colby's mom and them say they like the music and everything. I want you to enjoy the McMahon Morning Show. I'll be right back with Foxy and Lee in a little bit. Stick around.
If your locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
Precious. We work hard each and every day to make sure that they're safe and secure and have a future. Jones McDonald Insurance Agency, a full-service insurance agency, is here to help you with all of your needs, whether it be life, health, auto, home, or specialty insurance. Call Farmers Insurance Agent Latoya McDonald at 708-722-1538, 708-722-1538.
Your home should tell your story. It should be stylish, comfortable, and uniquely you. Here at D. Harris Interiors, we don't just decorate. We design spaces that reflect your personality, your lifestyle, as well as your dreams. Whether you're revamping one room or you're transforming an entire space, here at D. Harris Interiors, we bring creativity, expertise, and heart to every project. Great design starts with connection, and I do take the time to understand your vision and to bring it to life with beauty and intention. So, are you ready to fall in love with your space all over again? Well, you just give D. Harris a call at 901-303-8099 to schedule your personalized consultation today.
Yeah. We're gonna have a good time, yeah.
Oh yeah, James Mack is back. I'm here with our wonderful friend of our show, Foxy to Roxy 3. She's here. She's in the wings. I want to say thank you to each and every. I had to play Reds for the Alderwoman's mother. She said, "Ooh, I heard that song." I said, "That them folks from Mississippi." Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We want to thank you for everything. I ain't fussing right now no more. I'd like to say good morning to all of you that are in the chat. Let me say good morning to our dear friend and our correspondent up there in Dalton, Sherry Hatch Britton. She's on the sidelines right now. She's not in the bushes. I'd like to say good morning to everybody in the bushes. Sherry said something, and I want you to look at what she said. I'm going to read it. She says, "Yeah." I like that. She said, "Yeah, I am committed to helping Alderwoman Chapman." This and that. She said this now, Miss Colby. Now, I didn't say this. She said this. She said, to help Miss Chapman become mayor once we get settled into Dalton. And I'm headed to Harvey. That's right. I'm going with you. Going to Harvey. How dare he? How dare y'all see him? He's sitting up there like he the potentate or something. He the grand poobah or somebody. And he's sitting up there, y'all remove the older woman interrupting this. And she got a right to ask any question that she wants. The Robert Rules of Order is you make the motion. When you make the motion, get the second. When you got the second, open the discussion. He don't want no discussion. Vote for my stuff. And them other aldermen, yeah, yes, sir, boss, yes, sir. He's the scraw boss. He's like Steven. Y'all know who Steven is? I mean, I know y'all seen Django. He's the house Negro. Mm-hmm. Well, they gonna sleep in the big house. He said, yeah, gonna sleep in the big house. In that house, you're gonna have to burn the bills and the sheets and everything. You see how we got some folks like that. That feel that they owe their obligation to them heathens. And we'll beat up on each other and we'll hurt each other to make them happy and proud. Don't you know them white folks is laughing downtown Chicago and in the Southland laughing? Look at how they put their hands on all the one. Look at how Neanderthals. Every one of them should be fired. I think they should go through all the police departments in the Southland and fire them all. The Cook County Sheriff, which has high jurisdiction and has lead law enforcement jurisdiction in Cook County, wipe them out. You got enough deputies, wipe them out. Say, listen, in South Cook County, those like Harvey, Robbins, and all them other places that really do need the assistance and can probably put that salaries of those police officers and benefits that they have and they taken advantage of, that can go back to the community and let the sheriff handle it. Y'all already got the white folks involved. You might as well go and put Sheriff Dart in Cook County. You know, hey man, see, I should have kept. I like the Elrod. O'Grady was a good sheriff too. You know, but Mr. Sheriff, you need to take command of your jurisdiction. Go and help them and get rid of. I'd have put the cuffs on. When they put their hands on that alderwoman, they should have put them. The Cook County sheriffs upholding the law should have arrested, held them, and the mayor too, and the alder. You can't do that. And why the woman wouldn't call me back? She wouldn't. And then she heard my voice. She hung up on me. He got to go. Now, all you YouTubers, y'all talk to. I'm not a YouTuber. It's just a necessary means to get the signal out. It's all right. But I'm talking about you hobbyers. All y'all that made money off of Tiffany and off of Dalton. It's time for us to go to Harvey. Why let this lady stand by herself, Foxy? Come on in, Foxy, and help me out a little bit. Why should we stand by, Foxy?
Oh, we're
And
not
let the
standing by.
older woman get rolled. See,
Oh,
I
no, we're not
I told
standing
y'all.
by.
Foxy,
We're not
now
standing by.
Foxy about to tick. Come on, Foxy, talk to me about this foolishness that these heathens have done.
It's time for him and his crew to be on the YouTube streets. I'm gonna flag all the ones on YouTube that I know. Tell them, look, let's hit the streets with them. Let's hit the street with them and his crew.
Yeah.
Let him know that he's not above the law.
Mhm. Can you
And
imagine? Okay, go
time
ahead,
to,
Rock Foxy. Go ahead.
time to do background on him, find out what's going on with him. Like we did with Tiffany, we need to put our foot on his neck.
Wait a minute, Foxy. You know what? I'm gonna stick with this a minute. Something telling me to stick with this right quick. And if y'all don't, y'all want something else, that's all right. From showers to flowers. Okay, Alice. Let me say this. When that, this man don't even live in Harvey. You know where he
No,
lives?
he
He
don't.
lives up around Goose Island, over there on the north side of Chicago, with Harvey police officers in another jurisdiction protecting him, and inside of a residence in Chicago.
We need
Oh
to
yeah,
flood
if it
the
ain't true,
attorney
come on,
general.
Miss. Yeah, nah,
We need to
I
let
don't
him
even
have
like
that.
the attorney general. Let me tell you
No,
about
you
that
flood
joker.
it.
I don't
Look,
dig him. I don't dig him. Go ahead.
I don't dig him either. But you flood their phones, you flood everybody. You do whatever you have to do because he got those people in Harvey so intimidated, so afraid. He charging them if they say anything in the meetings. They make any noise in the meeting. He he's not the first one. There's several videos of him having them manhandle people and take them out
I
of the
got
meeting.
him too.
And there's
I
another
got all
video.
of them.
There's another video where they came to the meeting and they were quiet and they put up signs and was showing the people. I got to find it and I'm gonna send it to you in the email of them
Please do.
putting up their signs showing and then walked out and he was didn't care.
Mm.
It's a it's what we need. Yeah, I hear the feedback too.
Okay. Well, this is what. Oh, that was. I don't know what that is.
But
Wait a minute.
but
Hold
you
on a
got
second. Let me check your mic for a second. Let me say what I'm going to piggyback on what you said. Okay, this there's something called the Open Meetings Act. There's something that called there's rules and regulations when it comes down to meetings. The mayor is a rogue. He don't care. He say he doesn't care. Tiffany played that. Y'all see what Mr. Mayor, your partner that you let come into the city hall to conduct a Thornton, what she thought was a Thornton Township meeting. I knew you was no good then. Birds of a feather, yeah, they flock together. But when you evil, pure evil, like that woman is, she was, and you know what? The indictments have come down. Y'all remember yesterday I showed y'all the indictments. That was they hitting her police squad. These are the
that
people they got these PP. Go ahead,
yeah,
Foxy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What you know about
all,
that? Tell
all
us
those
about that.
PP
They don't believe it.
all them PP
Hmm.
loans that gentleman got. Oh man,
Hmm.
man. And the indictments for the federal is totally
You
different.
read
It's
you read
organized.
the I sent you the indictment. Tell us about this indictment about this thing
Basically,
that you what did you learn?
it's an organized corporate. It's an organized organization. It's a corrupt organization. And right now, with
Hmm.
all those PPPs, that's why they're doing the RICO.
Hmm.
This is a downright RICO. It's no way you can.
Somebody going to
No way you can ignore
somebody
that.
going to jail.
And whoever
Somebody
with
going to
all them
jail.
different organizations that he got, ooh, they're all going down. There's a different federal level with that. You messing with the
Mm.
government's money. You're not playing with just your everyday money or and I'm not saying every day. Let me correct that. You're not, you know,
You ain't playing with you playing with the government's money.
you're
That's what you're
playing with the
saying.
federal government's money, not just the
The
government money,
federal,
the
the
federal
federal.
government's money.
Emphasize.
And you got all those PP loans. This man has 7 PP loans.
What?
He has seven.
7?
Is it like 5 or 6 different organizations that he got loans from, and was still getting an income from 2 locations.
Mm,
So,
mm, mm.
so you got all this money coming in. Oh, you man, that's Rico right there.
Wow.
That's not
And
only
I'm not, and they don't think they're going. But Foxy, the thing that gets me, they think they like the orange man. Them, y'all not white folk. Them white folk, Ed Burke and Mike Madigan, and them folks been around since old man Mayor Daley. They real entrenched crooks. They just got tired of them. Say we're gonna put y'all in retirement. But they was crook. You're not the white folks. I hope I ain't offending nobody, but then there's two sets of justices, one for the black people and one for the white. We saw that in the meeting. There was no, could you imagine? Let me say this.
No, Alice, I don't have a
It-
YouTube. I close my YouTube
oh,
whenever I come on StreamYard. I always close my YouTube, so I don't know
okay.
what the echo is, but I know it's still spinning in StreamYard.
Hey,
So I don't.
why don't you do something? Why don't you do something real quick? Why don't you go and just go in and come back? I got you here. I wanted to say this. Try it again, and maybe that way, because I'm about tired of these StreamYard. But we're gonna have to do something about this real quick. But let me say this, Alice, and if you're still here, you can hear me. I know you are. Yeah, you're right here. Um, it was amazing to me. I mean, why do they think and they stealing this money in Jackson, Mississippi? I'm going to give you an example. There's a man, uh, I can't, Attar, whatever, he's going, the administration, he's going. This man took, they allegedly said that this man took $30,000 as a bribe. Now, you the mayor of the capital city of the state of Mississippi, making hundreds, oh, you making a great salary. You ain't wanting, you the mayor. And and you got fundraisers and all these other things. And $30,000, you ruin a whole career. He got beat by 10,000 votes. And down in Mississippi, you get beat by 10,000 votes. You got your head handed to you on all kind of silver platters. And the mere corruption. I keep telling people, Brother Lee is here, y'all. Brother Lee, I keep telling people we cannot do like the white people. We can't do that. You can't do what they do. You can't go where they go. You can't act like they act. Even when they get arrested. They had a shoplifter up this store that around where I live. And they had a video of it, and they were putting it out as a comparison how they treated the white woman that shoplifted versus how they treated the black woman that allegedly shoplifted. They manhandled her. We'll pepper spray you. We'll do this and that. But they handled the lady, had her little bag, and ma'am, you can call your husband to come get your car. This lady car is out there in the parking lot. They pulled it. What am I saying, folks? Stop kissing the enemy's ring. Up. I thought you knew about it. Come on, Brother Lee. I want you to come in and give your greeting. They were saying, hey, Lee, come. He's here. Come on, Lee. Hey, great day, grand rising to you, brother.
Great day, new beginning.
Come on in on this, too. I want you in on this, too. Come on in. Foxy's back, too. Come on, Lee. Because I think you can give us a little lesson on the relations between black and the white version. There's white court and black. I'm just gonna tell the truth. Come on, Lee. Y'all come on with it. Come on. Lee and Foxy here. Foxy's still here with us too.
Well, I would say that should not come as a shock to us. I mean, we as being black folks, we see this all the time. And then, for social media, yeah, we can say, look, see this? Yeah, but we've been seeing this since the beginning, since before when we got here. Yeah, and some of us here already, but I'm just saying this is how they MO, motive operandi. This is how they operate. This is what they do. This is how they get they're actually programmed to do this. This is set on automatic in their minds. They don't have to think about it. When I mean the Caucasians don't have to think about this behavior and what they need to do before they do it. It's instinct now. It's like a rabbit. Rabbit knows to go to the grass and eat it. It's an instinct. They're not operating on what they think and what they was told and how they were taught. It's now instinctive. When they see a black person, it's instinctive that they stop that person, that they harass that person, that when they just like police and what we call policemen, state troopers, law enforcement people, they act instinctively now. They are the justice system. They are the first line of justice because they distribute the justice in the street, just like you see in those westerns. The sheriff distributes justice right there on the spot. You don't get to court. You don't get to the judge. You get that's the first line of justice is the police, is the is the police department. And that's a fact because they act instinctively. When they stop you, they're the judge and the jury. They determine whether you go to jail or you die on the spot or you get released. They're the judge and the jury. We must understand that. See, we thinking, oh man, I'm going to jail. You may not last to jail. You may not get to jail. Well, you may be let go. But if it's us, we gonna be harassed and put in the back of the thing and the car or whatever. And first we might get our ass whooped, and then we get into the car, or we may not make it to the car. We may be choked out. We may be knocked out. We may be shot out. And see, and that's the thing. We have to understand the power of the police department and officers such as that, because they are the judge and the jury. We give them too much power. You know, it's up to their discretion what they do. And all their repercussions is they might lose their job for murder. See, that justice system directed up under that umbrella of the police department and you know is wrong, because they can lose their job for murder. You don't lose your job for murder. You know, you go and you get incarcerated. You rob somebody, you incarcerate. If the police rob a citizen, if they take possessions that not belong to them, that they not supposed to take, you know what? They might lose their job. You gonna lose your job. You steal from your customers or wherever you work, you're going to lose your job. And you may
And
get
jail.
prosecuted. See, and that's the difference. And we are blind to that because we hold the police officers as though they're kings. They're dictators. And you don't prosecute dictators.
Mm. Come on, Foxy, you back. I want you to say something. I don't know where Lee was. Okay. Come on. Are you there?
I'm just saying,
Yes, I'm here.
you don't prosecute a dictator. And see, we're
Why?
looking at law enforcement
Mhm.
and it's different. We don't think about that. They are the judge
Uh-huh.
and the jury. And see, and they operate with autonomy. When I mean autonomy, they operate with no overseer, nobody to account to.
Right.
See, that's what
Well,
we have to be up in
my thing
arms
is,
about.
he just the orange man the other day. I think it was over the weekend. Signed an executive order giving the police more flexibility, letting the Department of Justice be easy on them, let them do what they want to do. Folks, let me say this. And Lee, I don't know if y'all heard about it. Foxy, had you heard about that the executive order that thing signed and said that he was kind of like it would give the police more latitude to do what they do. Stop and frisk is over. I mean, it's beginning again. They can stop you on the street and Brother Lee, they can take you. I mean, they can search you without calls or whatever. They can just stop and frisk you. Oh, you look suspicious. And are we? I mean, he's trying to take us back to the Neanderthal days. Go ahead, Miss Foxy.
Yes, I already knew that was going to happen because when he was doing his election, he was saying that he was trying to get immunity for the police department to do whatever they want to do. But see, he had to get rid of all of the immigrants first, so it'd be nothing left but us to do that with. And he'd been waiting to try to do anything he can to get the blacks in the uproar so he can go ahead and have martial law. Now he's doing he couldn't do he tried everything so far to get us in the uproar. That didn't work. So now he going to the police department to get us in the uproar so he can go ahead and do martial law. That's his whole agenda. He couldn't do it with the immigrants here because some of the immigrants look like us. So they can't, he can't do that. So now that he got most of the immigrants out of the country, now it's left but us blacks and whoever else that's brown skin left. So now he can do it with the police department to have them get us in an uproar and hurt somebody, or get us in an uproar because somebody's unalive, then he can go
Yeah.
ahead and then he can go ahead and, and conduct martial law. Then he's empowered, because who's over the
Hmm.
military? He is.
That's right.
So he's over the military, so he can tell them to do whatever he wants them to do, and nothing we as a country can do anything, because now he consider himself now the king of kings.
Wow. Lee, let me ask you this. Let me say this, and I'm gonna cut in real quick. Lee, this seems like this is a rerun of what we went through, not what we went through exactly, but it's a rerun. It looks like a rerun of something that we've seen before. They've been trying and trying and trying. Come on, and well, not. It just baffles me, brother Lee, and Foxy, how we're sitting on our laurels, as they say. We're doing the things in our community that we're doing to each other before the Orange Man even get anything going. We're destroying this mayor, the other one that we were talking about. People that look just like us look like they done lost their mind. I said Stephen. A lot of people didn't know what Stephen. They know what it is. Stephen, just a house Negro. We got a lot of them around there. Chicken neck, handkerchief head. Go ahead, Lee, and tell us about. Because I mean, people don't believe that this is still going on. Go ahead, brother Lee. Uh
Well,
oh. Okay, you're right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I would like to say, I would like to say, look, uh, one thing those people, Caucasians, don't understand about the times, they got part of it right. They're trying, like Sister was saying, yes, they trying to get us stirred up so we'll march. What people don't understand, and what I'm going to say now hasn't been said, is that marching don't necessarily take place on the street. There's two ways to march now. We can march as a group on the street in numbers, or now we can march on social media. See, that's what they don't understand. We can use social media and reach more people and do it in a two-way, two-pronged kind of thing. And we can march physically, and we can march on social media in the millions. And that's what they don't understand yet. No one's brought that up to them, that that march may not take place in the streets, but it may take place in social media, on the internet, by the millions overnight, literally in minutes. That's how the new march is going to become. See, no one said that, but that's what it's going to be. And the Republicans and the Caucasians don't get that yet. They have very smart people on their side, but they didn't. They thinking that we're gonna uprise in the street, rise up in the street. Yes, we'll do that, and we'll do it on social media by the millions, or in a few hours. See, that's what they haven't figured out. This whole black folks gonna go back to marching and holding the posters and the pickets and all of this and the signs, and no, we'll do that on social media too. We'll do two-pronged action. See, that's what they are not looking at. They underestimate technology. They underestimate what we'll do. They think it'll go back to what we were doing when Black Lives Matter, when we were marching by the millions. We'll do that too, but we'll do this social media thing, and we'll get together by the hundreds of millions all over the world and see. And that's what's going to happen, my
Exactly.
brother.
Exactly, Brother Lee. We can do it just like I said. We gonna get on Clark, Mr. Joe Clark. He think he is in Harvard. We gonna get on his neck, and we can do it right here on the YouTube streets. That's the problem. They think that we're gonna do it, rear up and march and rah rah rah, so they can do what they want to do to us on the streets. But we can do it right here on the YouTube streets. And he don't realize there's so many different um, things you can use to advertise it. They got another site out called Twitch, That's becoming popular, where you can go in there and you can say basically almost what you want to say. They're not as strict as YouTube, and that can once that become popular, that
Yeah.
can go viral. So all of this, like Brother Lee said, we could go on the stream and get them just as bad. He don't realize that. See why they've been
That's
out there
right. But
marketing.
look at the actions that have been taken already. Just one a little old suburban community in southern Cook County that was forgotten about or whatever the case may be. Good people living there, things going on and everything. But it wasn't until the activism and the things started happening with the YouTubers and the podcasters and the broadcasters and people started coming over there really paying it. That's when the news got win and say, wait a minute, they got something over here, and they came over mainstream. That means 257 and stuff. They came over and they started emphasizing what they and they started jumping on the bandwagon. Hold on one second. They tried to jump on the bandwagon. Foxy, what you think about that? Is there power in numbers in what we're doing? What you say?
Yes, it is very much power. You know, just like when I started a year ago, I was in the, as they call the bushes. I was in the bushes and I was just sending different content creators info that I found. I was doing the background stuff. I was giving them the information that they needed to let people know on their channels what, their backgrounds, what they have been doing, certain laws that they can use to fight against this, so they can implement it. And that is powerful. You don't know how powerful it is to have documentation and information to bring down a person. And that's the thing. We have to get, mindful, use our brains. A lot of us older ones, we read. A lot of the younger ones ain't gonna get involved, but the ones our ages are the ones that on these YouTubes that about facts and about facts and not fiction, we can make a difference and we need to do it now with Harvey and some other locations. Look, they got rid of that mayor in Georgia. He thought that he was above. They got rid of him too. They got rid of another lady that was in Georgia. That was a mayor. They got rid of her because she thought she had power. They got brought her down. It's time to bring down Mr. Joe Clark, as he want to call himself. Bring his butt down. He's not above approach either. And we need to get out here and let all these YouTubers know what's going on with him. See, he been in the background because Tiffany was so loud and so, noticed that nobody took a time out to see what Harvey was doing. Now that she's down and it got quiet, now he's in the spotlight. He don't realize how we could get him the same way. The same way we can bring Tiffany down, we can bring you down. Lawyer or not, you are not above the law. You are not above the law. And as you say, you are not white. You are just like
That's
us.
right. But he was involved in this in the saga in Thornton Township and in Dalton. He gave Tiffany let her come into his city hall to try to conduct, when they didn't have the insurance on the township building, or it was some problems with it, and people kind of got nervous something would have happened, and they couldn't hold those meetings there. But she would not attend those other meetings, and she out of her comfort zone when she's not at. And I know that the people of Dalton are going to be happy to get back into their village hall. Where they got keys now, and they changed the signs on the city hall and on the village hall. And I was so glad when I got that information that they changed. They pulled that lady name down. Take all that stuff down. Now she's giving away food boxes. I saw how they look. It's sad, folks. Wait a minute. I know that
Yeah.
people have to go to the food banks. I know that we all need some assistance sometime. But do we have to make a complete spectacle out of the downfall of our folks? Make them, oh, look at and the interview that they had, Brother Lee, on WGN. Like to shout out to Ben Bradley, my broadcast brother up there. That's my white broadcast brother, considered. Uh, the people that were in the line say, I ain't vote for her, but I'm sure come get this box she's giving now. What you think about that, Lee? All these tricks and stuff that she do. They sure said it on TV. The lady said, I don't like that lady. I ain't voting for her. I didn't vote for her. I just come to get the goodies. Nobody want, and I mean black and white. Now she's saying she feeding the people. Yeah, folk gonna come. You giving it away, they coming. I know they will. They give away a hot dog, a hamburger, or something like. You see somebody give it, you want to see what's going on, and you got Keith Price, Hunchback. He's out there. He's doing. I mean, I know he looks like an idiot right about now because you went along with people, and now y'all on the outside looking in like, oh, and now the feds are on you. Fox, the feds are on them. Lee, they own them, and the indictments are coming out. And I'm not just saying that just because that. I hate how people are being treated. What kind of people we dealing with, brother Lee, that treat people like that and manhandle folks and act like we? I mean, the new slave masters is the new Stevens out there. That's the old police and stuff like that. Black folks treating folks like that idiot. Come on, talk to us, Lee.
Well, the thing is that corruption, unfortunately, is running rampant. Not just in Dalton. It's is not special town as far as corruption. Uh, I think it's touched every town, just about, that has a form of corruption, a form of where they are taking things they shouldn't take. They're taking advantage of opportunity that it's not what they should be doing. It's a breaking the law. And yeah, we like to see corruption weeded out, eradicated, but not just in our community. We want to see it eradicated everywhere. I mean, yeah, there we are. We can be corrupt like them, but it's not exceptional. It's not out of the ordinary. It is something that's happening because the way the government is set up everywhere. It isn't, the temptation is there. These politicians are groomed in that behavior. When they start being politicians, they told it's okay to take this, it's okay to have this. They tell them when they're growing up in the system, in the political system, they watch their leaders in these political systems, and they see them do these things and they say it's okay, so they follow it. You thinking that these people are doing something that's out of the ordinary? It's the ordinary that they're doing. It's an ordinary thing to do this. I guarantee you 90% of the politicians that are in office today are stealing. So you think the politician that they're going to replace her with won't steal? You're more naive than the kids in kindergarten because they're going to steal too. Maybe not on that level, maybe not that way. I guarantee you that they're going to steal. And if you're saying that you see an honest politician, show them to me, and I'll show you a thief. That's what I have to say, my brother.
Come on, Foxy.
You're right, brother Lee. They're going to steal. Some of them just worse than others. Some of them are worse than others. Some are flamboyant with what they're doing, and it is so sad that they're doing this, and they're doing it to our own people, and they're using what they do know to try to use that. But the sad part is they don't realize they're gonna, you know, they can't do like you said, they can't do what the white folks do. You know, you don't have that leverage. You don't have that privilege, and you know, and it's sad that you losing your life, livelihood, or your life, or your family. Is in being a mockery of you making your family a mockery. You embarrassing the family. The family is suffering behind all of this. The children eventually, everything that's out here on the YouTube is going to be history. And they got to realize if they got children or family members, that's an embarrassment to them. When people come up, oh, ain't you the sister or the brother of so and so and so? Oh man, or they don't want to have any dealings with you because of what they did. So they're looking at you sideways. So it's a domino effect from what they're doing. But like you said, brother Lee, yeah, they are going to. Everybody's going to steal. It ain't nobody out there that's in politics that ain't stealing, lying, being corrupt. They're stealing, lying, and being
Well,
corrupt. And then if they get any power,
stealing,
they
lying, and
really lose
corrupt.
their mind.
All right. I got
And it's
some
sad,
feedback. I don't know. I think, okay. Okay, go ahead. All right.
and
Wait
it's
a minute.
sad.
Hold on a second. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, I got it there. All right. You just, oh, yeah. And it is sad, Foxy. I mean, listen. And I don't, and we, you know, I have to just, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on a second. We're gonna go to a break real quick, and I'll be right back after these messages. I forgot to do this, but we're gonna do this real quick, and I'll be right back. Foxy, y'all just hang on 1 second, Brother Lee. This is the McMahon Morning Show. We'll be right back after these
If your
messages.
locks ain't right and your twist is on limp, you know, get over to Keisha Studio. Specialized in locks, natural hair, and extensions. When your hair needs that special attention, make Keisha Studios your next decision. Located 3964 Goodman Road E, Suite 122 in South Haven, Mississippi. Call 901-650-9487 for your appointment at Keisha Studios. You know.
All right. Okay, go ahead, y'all. We're at 11 minutes after the hour of 1 right here at the McMahon Morning Show. Listen, let me say something right quick, if I can. How can I put this? What are we going? I mean, we fought so hard. Our ancestors and our people have fought so hard for us to have a better life, to live, and to enjoy what we consider that they saying that it's the American dream. And we're at a crossroads now because most of the stuff that's happening, some of the people, some of us that are living and that are here that are above certain age, we had not experienced what's going on. And a lot of people say, well, I'm not really concerned about politics. I'm not really concerned about what's going on. Them folks just there doing this and that. But every decision, the things that are said, and the things that are done in government affects us all. And we all got to be accountable to the people that we represent, even in our neighborhoods or at our schools and church or whatever the case may be. There's a disconnect somewhere, Brother Lee, that I just can't understand why the disconnect is there. I have no idea. Can you help me out a little bit? Because I'm not in the fog, but I'm just saying people got a lot of nerve. I mean, everything goes now, especially when you got that orange man in there. Go ahead, talk, Lee. Come on.
Look, listen. Okay. The word
Come on.
politics is a very precarious word. It has different meanings. People say, let's get into politics. What are you getting into? What is it? Being a public servant? Or are you getting into something that's devious? That has, you can't nail it down. Well, they say they call it, that's what politics is. You gotta lie, you gotta cheat, and you gotta steal. And people say, I take political science. Well, you're taking a class in lying. You're taking a class in deception, because that's what politics is. To go into government, it's not mean you don't have to be a politician. See, but we think being a politician means you're going into government. The two don't have to go together, but they've been holding hands since the beginning. See, that's the thing that we don't think about. Politics don't necessarily go together with government. That's why no one believes in government, because it holds hands with politics. And politics holds hands with liars and thieves. And that's the thing that we have to understand about what we're talking about. See, when we say politics, we throw that word around like it doesn't really, it's vague. It's under a cloud, it's smoke, it's mirrors. But you don't want smoke and mirrors in the government. That's what I have to say, my brother.
You're right,
We wait.
Brother
Oh,
Big.
okay.
You are absolutely right.
Mm, come
Politics
on.
is about lying and stealing. It's been like that for years, way back when. And they just finally got a little more grasp on how to do it a little more efficiently and try to do it, as they say, incognito for
Yeah.
us.
It,
The blacks,
yeah.
I call it incognito
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's the
because they're
thing.
doing it undercover. They think they're doing undercover. But see, the problem is we are not the dumb Negroes that they thought we were. See, a lot of times our
Say
own
that
government,
again.
we're not as dumb Negroes as they thought we were. And we're more smarter. So now that we're smarter than they thought we were, we'll start. The problem is our own people think they're smart because they're smart, that they can do the same thing as they do. But you got to be smart. Just like I used to tell everybody, they were worrying about, oh, Tiffany, I said, let her talk. Let her talk. They said, why? I said, the more she talk, the more deeper she get. And they get more information
Hmm.
on her and more information to do what they need to do. Sometimes if you're gonna do politics, keep your mouth shut and speak only when you need to speak.
And
If you're
there's a
gonna
lot
be
of.
if you're gonna be
Okay,
dirty.
go ahead. Go ahead.
If you're gonna be dirty, see that's the reason why Harvey mayor was never on the radar because he's quiet in what he's doing. And he got the people in his town and in his village quiet because he got them fearing him. So it's not popular. But see, Dalton
Hmm.
fought back and they made it known and they made a voice about it. He got his people quiet. They're afraid to even say one word without sitting up in somebody's courthouse. He's taking them to court for everything they do. And I'm still in the uproar and the rage of seeing them people boarded up in that hotel that they made for apartments for those people that was left
Yeah,
going
that
to the
was
courthouse
terrible.
and
And
boarded them
he was
up in there.
there. And he was there. The
He's the
mayor
one
was
that
there,
told them
Lee.
to
He
do
was
it.
there.
Told them to do it, Lee. They
And
boarded
they
them
did it so
up.
much that they boarded them folks up. They boarded a whole family. Wasn't it a family up in that boarded them children and the mama up in the house? They drilled up, put the boards up there and put them folks and sealed them folks in that apartment. They were knocking on there trying to get out of there.
Them people was in there,
That's
Lee.
not.
They turned the electricity off. They boarded them up in there because okay, what it was, they were protesting against the 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 conditions of the place, and they needed them to do better. So because he couldn't get them to come out, he had them to board those people up in there. 73-year-old, a 60
Yeah.
some year old person, a lady in there with an infant baby and children, boarded them people up in there, Lee, and nothing
Well,
happened to him.
the,
Nothing.
the,
He's the mayor.
well, the thing of it is that that's called kidnapping. Uh, because that's called unlawful uh detainment.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
not and the thing about that is he didn't think about any repercussions because there aren't any. And we should be up in arms about that. We should be not talking to ourselves. We should be talking to that office. We should be flooding that office with calls and emails and things of such and talking to government officials. I know they don't work in our favor, but it doesn't hurt to try and
Well, brother
let this
Lee,
man know.
it worked with
That's right. I'm gonna get
Tiffany.
to there.
It worked with Tiffany, and that's why I said we got
Well,
to. Us YouTubers gonna have to make him known because see what happened was, like I said, he was in the background because Tiffany was such in the limelight. Nobody paid attention to Harvey because nobody, Dalton had Sherry and all of them. Harvey has nobody. The alderman is trying her best now to bring light to it for a change, just like they did with Dalton. But look what happened with her. She got manhandled. And it's time for that village to come in stand up with her, not stand down, stand up. But he has them in such
That's right.
fear that they're scared to do that because they don't want to go to
Yeah, the
jail
echoes back.
and afford that $500. Lee, he's charging them, finding them $500 a pop for getting arrested for just speaking up in the room. If me and you talking
And
or you
arrested her mama. And arrested the mama too. They
if,
arrested Walker. Arrested old Walker. They
both of them got to,
arrested
I
the Walker.
guarantee you, they're going to get a charge of $500 a piece. That's $1,000. Don't put.
Well,
That's the reason why nobody's saying anything because those people can't afford a $500 fine. And then when they go to
well,
court, the judge he makes sure they go before the right judge that judge is going to grant it. So them
I
people got to
understand.
pay $500. And it's time for us YouTubers, us, Mac, you, me, all of us to get out here and blow the whistle on his butt.
Well, the thing about this is what we should do when election time approaches. That's when our voices are heard. And when a town such as Harvey, I'm familiar with that town, and I'm gonna tell you, I drive through there quite a bit, and I'm gonna tell you this: that town, when they hold a vote, you could lose an election by 20 votes, 50 votes.
Yeah, yeah,
So
literally.
so
Yeah,
so so it don't take much to get it. You can knock on doors in Harvey in one day, and still have some day left.
that's
So
you
so
sure can.
so so
Yeah,
that's the thing. You want him out, we knock on doors. And I
yeah.
guarantee you he terrified. You get the
Hmm.
signatures to get on the ballot. And I'm gonna tell you, small towns like that, it's 20 votes, it's 50 votes. You lose by 50. Some lose by 100, but less than that. So that people get nervous because they know that the situation is such that the margin is so thin that he could be making $100,000 one year and out there holding up a sign and say, "I need a job," and
Yeah, it's
that's what
ask
will
Tiffany.
happen. That's what
To
will
me.
happen. You know,
Hmm.
you can give people chickens and turkeys, but still they're gonna be hungry after the chicken and turkey is gone. You can give the kids
That's right.
backpacks with nothing in it, but eventually they're gonna need some education. So, all that flash and fluff is just what it is, flash and fluff.
And fuck. Yeah,
And see, so that's what we need to do is when election time come up, knock on doors
right.
and get these people out to vote and tell them how important it is and get them up and get them out there. Put them in a van.
Hmm.
You can put them in a van, pick them up, take them there, bring them back. We can raise money so that can get done. So people like this, it starts like that. He
Yeah.
knows it. He's terrified. He thinking that people will forget. Memory's short. Election is far
Hmm.
away. He said we won't remember, but believe me, he'll get nervous come
He will.
election, and when it gets on TV and it gets on social media and it gets in the street and the barber shops and the gas stations and the stores and everywhere, yes, he will fear us. See, that's the thing. They gotta
Hmm.
fear you. You know, that's the thing. We gotta get
Yeah.
them to fear us. See, the politicians don't fear nobody. They don't respect nobody. See, that's the thing. They don't respect the voters, and you have to make them respect you before they even love you. See, people
Yeah.
say, "Well, they love me." Do they respect you? Love
Ever.
without respect, not real.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
what things we gotta understand.
yeah. Well, now
That
we're here at the we were almost running out of time. I think we almost did. But look, let me say this, Brother Lee and Foxy, right quick. I got some information I'm going to be sending to you guys. and we're going to be looking into this a little bit deeper. I got some information that I got to go over, but we'll go over that now. Friday's show, our fabulous Friday show, is getting ready to come up on tomorrow, and we'd like to have a little bit more participation if you'd like to. I'm going to see if we can get this phone thing situated, phone lines situated. So, because a lot of y'all like to talk, y'all like to come on. You really want to get in on the conversation. We're going to work it out somehow. I'm working on it now. But listen, hey, this is the McMahon Morning Show. We're here every day, every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. That's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, right here on MagMedia 3 Productions on YouTube, and also our partner on WKRA 92.7 on your FM dial. I like to say good morning, afternoon, Lord have mercy, to everybody. We will be back here. Foxy, I got some information for both of you and Lee that I got to pass on to you. You're going to laugh about it when you see what was sent to me. I got all the receipts, almost all the receipts. I got so many notices and emails and everything about this situation, and they really wanted us to dig into it. And I am going to commit myself to keeping this story on the front burner, not every day, but then we're going to make sure that it's out there and that everybody will get an opportunity to support not Congress. I'm about that.
No matter if you